Hey, lovely people. Thank you, as always, for sharing your time with me. If you have not and you don't mind, please press subscribe. And don't forget to share this video with other folks if you feel that the information shared here is helpful. Please forgive me. I'm trying to catch my breath. I just finished running. And I thought that what I wanted to talk about today was so good. I just couldn't wait to catch my breath. So forgive me. Anyway, here's what I'm going to talk about today. Narcissists will never forgive you for what you made them do to you. I'm going to say it again. Narcissists will never forgive you for what you made them do to you. How dare you make them do it? This is all a part of their victimhood mentality, part of their makeup. They truly believe, and I don't think they believe, they know they did some horrible things, they just don't care. But for the sake of discussion, let's say they truly believe that you have done something wrong to them. Okay? So, I can explain this better, of course, with stories. I've got so many of them. I usually talk about my ex first, but I want to share a story first about an old man. So, this is an old man that I've known all of my life. This old man blamed his ex-wife for the horrible things he had done to her and their family. The innocent woman decided one day that she was no longer going to take the abuse. So she wanted a divorce. She wanted to leave. This man never remarried, was always the victim, although he cheated, he lied, and he beat her. He never, even up to the day that he died, never acknowledged his behavior as being the problem. So even the woman passed before he did. And even she was gone. His discussion still included her being the reason that they're divorced. Divorce was beneath him. How could she do that? Okay, sir, but let's talk about what you did to her. She lied. She's dead. He still refused, 40-something years later, still refused to acknowledge his role in the failure of that marriage. She made him do it. Therefore, she should have shut her mouth and just went along with it. This is how messed up they are in their minds. This man never apologized. He never took responsibility. And he even treated his children horribly. Up to his last breath. And on his last day alive, he decided to apologize to one of his two children. He only acknowledged one, who was with the woman who divorced him. So he only acknowledged one as his biological child. And apologized to the daughter on the last day. And this is what I believe, is that this man was so narcissistic that his apology was not sincere for her. It was probably because he knew He was getting ready to bust hell wide open. So, as a last narcissistic ditch effort, let me apologize just in case I can get me a good one in the pearly gates. That's what I believe. No acknowledgement of what happened with the marriage. No, I apologize that you had to see me beat your mother and treat her like trash. None of that. No. I just want to say I'm proud of you. I'm not sorry for all the things that I've done. I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. Never apologizing. Narcissists will hold a grudge against you for what they have done to you. My ex, because you guys know I always have a story for him too, asked me to date him when we were 16 years old. 16. I turned him down. 22 years later, he was able to work out his plan of revenge. He held a grudge against me all those years. And now he was going to pretend that he was interested in me so that he could get payback. So he raped me. He thought when he discarded me, although I left the relationship, he really discarded me in the end. He thought at the end of that relationship that since I was pregnant, he would just throw me away like trash. That was the perfect moment because I had been begging and pleading for him to care for me. So now, after seeking his revenge and thinking that he had gotten the ultimate revenge, that he was going to destroy me, and how dare I turn him down 22 years ago. But guess what? God came in and worked that thing out for me. So now he gets to watch me rise up with the help of the Lord and be even better than I was before he met me. And I love every minute of it. The older lady who I spoke about, she did the same thing. She was a stay-at-home mom, but guess what? She ended up with the retirement, life savings plan, owning her own home, doing so many things that without that man. So she used her abuse to boss up, you guys. Narcs will hold a grudge against you for what they have done to you. My ex, another story, still holds a grudge against a cousin who slapped him when he was 8 years old. To hear him talk about this woman, you would think that she had done something to him as an adult. Or even, I would have even given him a teenager if it had been bad enough. But she slapped him. Why did she slap him? She slapped him because he was saying something awful to her because her parents had gotten divorced. So he made fun of that. She slapped him. And because she stood up for herself, he's hated her ever since. And let me tell you something even more disgusting about that. When I was at one of their family gatherings, the mother jumped on her about that as well. You wouldn't want anyone to slap your son. Excuse me, ma'am, he's 40. Are we really talking about this? I don't even know how he remembered. And the only way she remembered is because someone told her the story. So all these years, he had been avoiding her and not talking to her. She didn't know why and found out that day. So narcissists will hold a grudge against you for the horrible things they've done to you. You made them do it. Comment below. Before I ask you to do that, I want to talk too about my ex and his ex-wife. How he hates her guts. Because she had the gall to tell him, call him on his bluff. He had said he had been telling her he wanted to get a divorce for years. For 13 years, he was trapped in this marriage where this woman was taking all of his money. And one day she had the nerve to stand up after all of the abuse, cheating and lying, to say, okay, you know what? I want to go ahead and get divorced. He has hated her since then. Not for what he's done. He's not acknowledged one wrong thing that he's done. And even when he did acknowledge the cheating that I asked him about, she made him do it. Something that she wasn't doing right. Therefore, he was justified in his actions. Narcissists will hold a grudge against you forever for what you made them do to you. They'll never forgive you for making them behave badly, because there's no way they could behave badly on their own. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Thank you for listening.